Hey guys, Adrian Morrison here, and in this video, we're going to talk about Facebook ads, specifically focusing on the objective called website conversions. Now, whenever you go into Facebook to create an ad, they're going to give you if you're new, pretty confusing list of options to choose from. And we're going to focus on the main one, my favorite one, which is increasing conversions to your website. But this is what it's going to look like when you go in and create your ads on Facebook. They're going to say, okay, well, we've got a lot of different ways that you can create ads. What would you like to do? Boost posts, promote your page, send traffic to your website, get video views, so on and so on and so on. So a lot of people get really confused as to what they should do here. And you'll see in this course, there are really just two options that I use for the majority of the time. And in this particular video, we're going to go over the objective, increasing conversions on your website. Now, I want you to right here, right now, this very second, put a star in your notes and put increase conversions to your website and have a star next to it and put Adrian's favorite, okay? So put Adrian's favorite, increasing conversions to your website. Now, of course, this would be my favorite because I don't do this for traffic. I do it for sales, right? I want my ads to generate money for me. So this objective with Facebook ads is the absolute best when it comes to getting conversions on your site. But there are some caveats to it, and there are a couple of things that you need to know about this objective. So we're going to go over a couple of points. First off, the reason this objective with Facebook ads is my favorite and it works so well is because you are able to leverage the power of the Facebook pixel. Now, if you have no clue what a Facebook pixel is, don't worry about it. There's an entire training in this course about Facebook pixels. All you need to know though is there is a little line of code that Facebook gives you, and you copy and paste it onto your Shopify store. That way Facebook can track every visitor that comes to your Shopify store. They can track what they do, what pages they visit, if they add something to the cart, if they purchase an item, they know what they purchased, they know how much the value of the items are that they purchased. It's kind of like Google Analytics, but Facebook. And that pixel, that little line of code, communicates with your Facebook ads account. And it starts to tell your ad account who the buyers are, right? Who is clicking on your ads and actually making purchases. That way, it starts to sift through all of the people on Facebook and show your ad to people that are more likely to make a purchase than anybody else. Because we could all agree that there is a more premium group of users on Facebook that just love shopping. They click on ads more often. They spend more money, right? I mean, there's a ton of people on Facebook, but there are groups and segments that just are better, right? Just more premium traffic. They interact more on Facebook. They use it more often. They have a history of buying stuff. And your Facebook account, if you're using your pixel and you're using Optimize for Conversions, it will start to hone in on those particular people more often, prioritize your ads to be shown to them before it shows to everybody else. Okay, so what you need to know, most importantly, is that you are not smarter than Facebook. I am not smarter than Facebook. They're brilliant. It's why they're the #1 social network in the world. And it's why Mark Zuckerberg is the youngest billionaire in the world. I mean, they are just so freaking smart. They've got crazy algorithms and all sorts of things that just that do amazing things for their advertisers like us. So don't try to outsmart Facebook. Leverage the power of Facebook and let them do a lot of the work for you. And that's what this type of ad is all about. So the pixel will snipe out all of the buyers for you. Now, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to say it's not guaranteed. Just because you're using the Facebook Pixel doesn't mean, oh my gosh, it's instant millions. What it means is you're going to have a better shot at success if you're leveraging this option, right? This objective with Facebook. But as I said before, there are caveats to this. And the caveat is when you're brand spanking new to Facebook, your Pixel knows nothing. It's a baby. It's an infant. It's got to learn right from wrong, right? Now, obviously, people learn right from wrong fairly quickly. And the Pixel is the same way. The Pixel can learn right from wrong pretty quick. And the longer your ads run, the smarter and more intelligent they become. See, after running a couple of days, they start to learn right from wrong. Your ad in the Pixel starts looking at all of the clickers and saying, okay, these are the types of people that are buying. These are the types of people that are just clicking and looking around. And these are the types of people that aren't buying anything and aren't clicking anything at all. And as it learns, as it matures, right, it gets smarter and it gets more intelligent. So when you're using Optimize for Conversions objective, out of the gate, your ad may not do very well over the first like 2 or 3 days if you have a brand new Facebook account, because your Pixel is brand spanking new. It hasn't matured yet. This is something that happens over time and it just becomes brilliant. It's just so amazing how well this strategy works. Now, if you're wondering about how many sales you need to get before your Pixel really or your ad really becomes intelligent, it's generally from Facebook, from my rep, about 25 sales. So once you get about 25 sales, your Facebook ad really starts to learn who the buyers are. It gets a really good idea, and that's when it really kicks in on like supercharge mode and starts crushing. So once your ad starts doing well, right, over time, and your Facebook Pixel starts learning more about what you're selling and who the buyers are, eventually little to no targeting is needed. Now, most people say when you go in and you create a Facebook ad, you need to do all of this micro targeting and find all these teeny tiny little golden audiences. And you know what? That works. But if you are leveraging the Optimize for Conversions ads on Facebook, eventually you may not need to do any targeting at all. What I mean is you can literally just target men and women that are 18 plus years old, and that's it. And you might actually have a successful campaign. Or you might just do a little bit of targeting and you might have a successful campaign. Now, why is that? How can you do no targeting and have a successful campaign? Well, it's because the Facebook Pixel working with website conversions, once again, after it gets smart, after it matures, it siphons through all of the bad people on Facebook, the non-buyers and the non-clickers, and it starts to only look for the people that are premium quality users, that are clickers and buyers. So even though you didn't do any targeting, your Facebook ad itself, since it's running off a mature Facebook Pixel, which remember happens over time, it will go out and it will literally just find the buyers for you. And this is a very long-term ad strategy. I have had a campaign using this exact method running for well over a year that's done over $200,000 in revenue. Just for one little ad, one single ad has been running about 1 full year. And it's because these ads leverage the power of Facebook's intelligence. I'm not smarter than Facebook. And the longer they run, the more intelligent they become. Therefore, the better they will likely perform. Now, if you don't believe me, and you say, oh my gosh, this is impossible to make money without doing any targeting. Let me just show you a screenshot from one of my campaigns. So what you're looking at now is a screenshot from one of my ad campaigns. And of course, my account has been around for a long time. I've made millions in sales. And of course, I have a very mature pixel, right? So that being said, my pixel is mega smart. So when I tell Facebook, hey, I want you to do the work. I want you to optimize for me. I want you to find the users that are most likely to convert for me. I mean, that's what this objective is all about, website conversions. This is an example of how powerful that really is. So at the very tip top, you'll see in blue, I'm targeting 169 million people in the United States of America. 169 million people in the US. That is a target group of just men and women that are 18 plus years old. And you'll see that if you go into Facebook yourself and you just target 18 plus year olds and you don't put in any keywords, nothing else, it'll be about 170 to 180 million people that you're going to hit here in the US. So this is a massive demographic. I'm not using any keywords at all, okay? So far, this campaign has had 61 sales, all right? 61 sales. And I've spent, you can see in the green, $225, and it's made me $1,230.62 because Facebook can see when you're leveraging the power of the pixel all of your sales, and it pulls them into your Facebook reports. So you can see exactly which one of your ads are doing the best. Look below it. I'm targeting 20 million people, spent $200, made $1,000. 8 million people, $250, made $1,000. 15 million people, $100 to make $395. So these are massive, massive target groups. I'm not finding and mining for these micro targeted audiences where I'm only hitting like 20,000 people or 10,000 people. I'm able to let this Facebook website conversion ad get smarter over time and just do everything for me. I just set it loose and it does its thing. But remember, over time, it becomes better and better and better. When you first start, it's an infant, it's a baby. It's got to learn right from wrong. And after it learns right from wrong, it starts making more intelligent decisions. So remember what I said. You are not smarter than Facebook. I am not smarter than Facebook either. Let's leverage the power of Facebook website conversion ads to start sniping out the buyers for us. Now, of course, I'm not saying that we have to do nothing, right? In the beginning, we're going to need to do a little bit of targeting. We're going to have to point it in the right direction, best we can. And over time, it gets better and better and better and better and better. And when you create new ads, you won't have to do as much targeting, hopefully, right? You can do these larger audiences. But this is the goal right here, is to run ads where you're not doing a ton of targeting and you're still getting massive sales. But this comes with a mature pixel, which with website conversions will absolutely crush it, okay? So what I'm gonna do is in this video, I am gonna go over creating a website conversion ad, all right? We're gonna actually come in here, we're gonna go into Facebook, and we're gonna create an ad specifically for website conversions. I want you to see step by step by step how it's done, okay? Now, with that being said, I think it's best if I just do a whole new video and put it below this one. So this can kind of be the intro of website conversion ads. And then in the next video, we'll start fresh inside of Facebook and we'll create a website conversion ad campaign. And I'm going to show you how it works. And remember, in the beginning, you are going to need to use keywords because it's new, right? You've got to teach it. It's got to learn. But eventually, hopefully you can do some really huge audiences like this and absolutely destroy with insane return on investment. All right, so I hope you learned a lot about website conversion ads from this video and what they're all about. There's not many technical things that you need to know. You just need to know that they get smarter as they go and you need to be using them. So let's go ahead to the next video and get started building a campaign.